what kind of things do you do on Thanksgiving?
Now it's just kind of like making sure that the boys have their diapers changed and making sure they'll be able to go to bed. Hey guys, we just wanted to make a special Thanksgiving video for today. My dad had some ideas that he wanted to share with you guys, so we're gonna go for it.
Now, this is all about Thanksgiving, and let me start out with tell me one thing you're thankful for.
I'm thankful. I mean, that's a big question. I'm on the spot.
Yes, you're on the spot. Thankful.
I'm thankful for my sons.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I would say I'm thankful for Jesus Christ being my Lord and Savior, which is the religious answer. But I'm also thankful for my family because they have a special place in my heart. And as we look at Thanksgiving, we have to look back to say, okay, how did Thanksgiving even come into practice? So I have a few ideas and a few facts here for you. The fact is, in 1621 was the first celebration of the Thanksgiving. It was with the Native Americans and the Pilgrims. And so that goes all the way back to 1621. So I'm going through some years here. In 1668, they celebrated on November the 25th, the first celebration of Thanksgiving also. And then in 1789, George Washington declared a national holiday on the 26th of November. Then in 1863, President Abraham Lincoln declared that the last Thursday of November would be the Thanksgiving celebration. And then it wasn't until 1941 when Congress passed a law declaring that the fourth Thursday of November would be Thanksgiving. And so when we look at the history of Thanksgiving, we have to say to ourselves, what is it all about? And so it was Thanksgiving is all about commemorating the harvest meal that was shared with the Native Americans. Now, it started out as a religious holiday when we look at Congress getting involved and the president's getting involved, to the point that they said we needed a national holiday to where we give thanks to God for how he has enabled us to have a country such as ours, and also to put together a government for governing that country. So that was the focus of why Thanksgiving started in the United States, giving thanks to God. But then it transitioned to is a time that more of a secular holiday, to where everyone is thankful for something, but is not necessarily to God for our country, but just the idea of being thankful. And so it went from a religious holiday to a non-religious holiday. And so when we look at trivia, let me ask you a few trivia questions to see if you know the answers to some of these. How long was the first Thanksgiving celebrated? The very first.
Thanksgiving. I don't know. It's like
with the Native Americans and the Pilgrims.
I barely remember learning. I was always bad at history in school.
Yes.
But you mean like the dinner
Because now
time?
we celebrated what? One day.
Oh, for a full day. Okay, so you're saying that it wasn't just one day back?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because it's like I feel like my brain just kind of like remembers like what people say, like, oh, they treated them badly and all this stuff. I guess it'd be like a week.
3 days. The
Okay.
first Thanksgiving was celebrated for 3 days. Can you imagine us stuffing ourselves for 3 days?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, I bet it would be awesome. Okay. Next question. What meats were served at the first Thanksgiving? Because now we serve what? Turkey.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what meats? And it wasn't turkey. Turkey wasn't served at the first Thanksgiving. What meats do you think were served?
I assume chicken?
Chicken. Okay, think of two other things that are like a chicken. Quack, quack, quack,
duck?
quack.
Okay.
Duck and goose.
Why do you say it like that? Goose.
Goose. Duck, goose, swan, and venison.
Ooh, that's not even a bird.
That's it. I know it's not a bird. It's that thing with the chair on his head.
Yeah.
Okay. And so those were the first meats that were served. I don't know how turkey came into being the meat of choice for Thanksgiving. And who was the Native Americans that act as an interpreter? Who was the Native American that acted as an interpreter for the first Thanksgiving?
So, like the name of the person?
Yes.
I don't know the name.
You don't
There's
remember the name?
No.
Squanto.
I never would have
You
remembered
never
that
heard of-
name. No.
They even have a cartoon with Squanto.
I have no idea.
Well, anyway, Squanto, he was a part of the Patuxent tribe, and they were a band of tribe that were from the Wampanoag tribe.
Wampanoag.
Yeah, I had to look that up. Wampanoag. Okay, next question. Who was the first president to pardon a turkey? Who was the first president to pardon a turkey
What
for Thanksgiving?
this
You know
might-
how they have this thing where they pardon a turkey gets pardoned? They
As in,
still
like,
do
it
that.
doesn't get to die
Die,
or whatever.
right. The president does this. A big celebration now.
George Bush.
No, John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
He was the first one to do this. And now my last question with this. How many calories? How many calories? And I know everyone is paying attention to this. I want to get closer to hear this. How many calories does the average person consume on Thanksgiving?
You're asking the wrong person all of these questions. I don't know the slightest clue in any
What
of
do you
this
mean the wrong
stuff.
person? You're the only person that's here on this podcast.
Yeah, but it's
with
not
me.
like I count calories.
Well, right now, if you're listening to this podcast, write down in the bottom in the comments, how many calories do you think the average person consumes during Thanksgiving? And we pause for effect. Pause. Okay, you've written it. 3,000 to 4,500 calories.
that
And
means
Thanksgiving.
nothing to my ears. I don't know how
It
much that is.
It means a lot. It means a lot. So anyway, and so what kind of things do you do on Thanksgiving during that day? What kind of things? do
Well,
you
right
do?
now it's different because I'm a dad, but it used to be I would get ready for Black Friday shopping.
Get ready for Black Friday.
Yeah, I'd look at all the deals and have my money like ready to go. But now it's just kind of like making sure that the boys have their diapers changed and making sure they'll be able to go to bed on time.
Well, I have a few things that you can do on Thanksgiving Day or leading up to it, but it's going to take some prep in order to do some of these things that we're going to suggest to you. Thanks around the room. It's where
Okay.
everyone who is sitting at the Thanksgiving table, and you go through each person and say, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? And each person says what they're thankful for around the thing. So that's thanks around the room. Another one is the Thanksgiving basket, which is pretty much similar to that one. As people arrive for your Thanksgiving dinner, you have them to write on a piece of paper what they are thankful for. And they write it out on a piece of paper, and you put that in a basket. And then when the time comes, everyone is sitting down, and you have each person to take one of the sayings out of the basket. They look at it and they read it, and you try to guess around the room who said that particular thing that they're thankful for.
Okay.
So that's one of the things. Another thing is coloring tablecloth. This is for the kids' table, whereas you get the meat packing paper or the meat paper, or you can get the long rolls of paper that you can get at the teacher store, and you roll that out on the table, and you provide crayons and markings, and then you let the kids draw pictures on their tablecloth. So they're kind of designing their own tablecloth. So that's another thing to do. I guess adults could do it also if they want to. And the another one is turkey bingo. And this takes some prep time. Whereas you make up a card, the bingo card, and it's all turkey type themed things like a turkey and maybe a cornucopia and different things. And you put that on the bingo card, and you make your little bingo cards, and you play bingo, and maybe provide prizes to the winners of the bingo. And one last one, turkey alphabet game.
Okay.
And the turkey alphabet game is where you may draw a big turkey, and you put it on the wall, and then you have feathers that you also have, and on the back of the feather you write the alphabet, like A, B, C, D, on the back of the alphabet. And then as the person go and get that particular feather, like say for instance the letter they grab is T, then of course a word that starts with T or has the T in it that is around the theme of Thanksgiving, you would say T for Thanksgiving or T for turkey. And so, and again, like A, if you grab A, you can say A for apple pie or apple or whatever you make. And so those are some things that we have. And so this closes out our Thanksgiving time for you. And so think about some of these things and incorporate them into your day of Thanksgiving, and let it not just be a day of engorging yourself with food, but get something going on with the family, some type of communication, things that you don't usually do that people will just say, you know what, this was an exciting time, a family time, doing something that family can participate in.
Okay.
You have anything to add?
No, that's about it. I'll just go ahead and close it up. So yeah, if you guys like this type of content, it's different from our podcast. Just let us know if you want more stuff like this, we can do that. But yeah, so tell us if you liked it down below, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff I always say. And then we'll see you guys in the next one.